afternoon, family. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who participated in the polls and again for watching my videos. I'm posting this early, and this was, if you're watching it now, this was probably pre recorded in late February where I took a bit of a hiatus. If this video is posted, then I decided to carry on with the other ones. I do have something in mind that I want to do, and I want to go back and revisit why I started this channel in the first place was to create some tutorials. So my plan is to actually get that kickstarted again. I just need to take some time to start the scripts. I've had an intense January, and actually December were really heavy with me getting technically a third job. So I had very little wiggle room. February has been a nicer month, and I've had to try to figure some things out. All right, let's move away from my personal life and let's go to the 4 heroes that I selected for the ice. They were amongst my best, and why. You can see right here, I have so many outdated heroes. I'm kind of a collector. That's why I haven't fed them to or given them away to the soul exchange. If I really want to, I just don't want to, but I probably should. So let's go here with the 4 that I chose. So this one right here is Clegg or Clegg. And the main draw for him, actually, there's a lot of things I like about him. First of all, he's a fast healer. He also cleanses status ailments from all allies. The main and I also like the fact that he has this resist special skill blocking, which makes him immune to silence and there's another one. What is it? Silence and mindless attack and stuff like that. So he can actually charge up regardless, unless you have maybe something that affects mana control. So like reducing his mana or slowing his mana down. And then we have the resist burn, which is a nice niche. He has a very low heal, but at fast speed, I don't mind. He's also heals more dependent on the status ailments. Recovers additional 5% health for each status ailment the ally has, up to 20% health in total. Of course, these integers change. Who uses integers? These integers change depending on how high you bring the special skill. He recovers status ailments. So there is some good to that because he's going to heal you more depending on the amount of ailments that you have on you. And at least he will cleanse 3 of them. Maybe if he cleansed all, then that would probably make him overpowered. So I like him the way he is. Element Link gives all ice allies a plus 16% defense against special skills for 4 turns. Which is also nice for a healer, but you would need to have at least another hero from 2025 in your team in order for this element link to affect all. And that's based on this family bonus. Okay? See, bonus for +2 heroes, element link affects all allies. So he would be good for a tiny team. I believe so. But unfortunately, he didn't get any votes on the poll. And then we have Miss Ethel, which she's a very hard hitter. And she came out, what, 2 years? Was it? It wasn't this Easter. I think it was last Easter. And she was a pretty hard hitter. And I've gone up against her, and she's just taking me out. And then with the fighter class, even better. She's just a heavy hitter. So deals 530% damage to the target. If the target had more than 40% health before receiving damage, targets another enemy who had over 40% health. It goes on. They just make these special skills. There's just so much to read. You're like reading a pamphlet. So the caster gets a minus 15% mana generation for 3 turns. I'm sure it's higher than that. So basically, they've made the Easter heroes kind of strong with a drawback. So like I said, she's a heavy hitter. That was the reason why I chose her. But unfortunately, she didn't have any votes. And then we're going to go to the third hero, which received 9%. We have Cinnamon. And I know that Cinnamon's stats are outdated. I do like, though, the Paladin class, which is good for tanking. And the family bonus. You want to pair them with other Mighty Pet heroes, but I don't think I have any other ones in the 5-star class. I think this is my first. And then we have the passives, which are contingent on fiends and minions. I'm not going to read over that. A decent damage to all. The frost damage is nice because sometimes if you have all these ailments stacked on you, it can either slowly or rapidly drain your opponent's health if they don't have a cleanser. The biggest draw is all enemies get a minus 40% defense against ice for 4 turns. 4 turns is a good amount of turns, and I do have one ice hero that inflicts elemental defense down, and that's Frida. But I only have one, and having elemental defense down is to me one of those timeless features to have, like elemental defense down, a hero that cleanses, a buff dispeller. Those are all really good skills to have, special skill attributes to have. And that was the reason why I chose Cinnamon. So at some point, I might level this one up. For sure, I'll level up at least Clegg because I don't have enough heroes in Ice. I think I just have Ariel, and she's outdated, but she's still pretty good. And I will probably update Cinnamon at some point. And now we're going to go to Sobek. And I received him just recently, probably within a half a year ago or something. And it's he was really good when he first came out, and with the costumes they make him even better. I like the wizard class because it inflicts more damage based on the amount of buffs the opponents have, and rogue is also good too. So the only difference they've done with these, well, okay, there's a lot of passives, so I'm gonna look over those for. Oh, well, yeah, let me just do that in a bit. So we have the the costume version is a rogue, which is awesome. And the biggest difference is that it inflicts bleed damage on all the enemies, which is pretty good. This guy could do a massive amount of damage. So let's see here. We have I already talked about the wizard class, and then we have the Sun family, which for 1 or 2 heroes, let's see here, 50 to 75% chance to cast a minus 35% accuracy for 2 turns and burn damage on an enemy who deals special skill damage to this character. If the enemy's special skill defeats the character, the chance is 75 to 100%. And then you have the costume bonus, which I'll be able to see what they are once I get both sides leveled up. We have this passive, which are really cool for the Season 5 heroes. 60% chance to perform the following action when this character casts a special skill. An additional 70% damage on top of the damage they already do, plus sand damage. So if I use this one, he's inflicting bleed damage and sand damage. So we have the passive, extra chance for effects on special skill. When this character casts their special skill, any of their passive skills that grant extra effects on casts have 3 chances to activate. That's insane. And then we have increased special skill damage. The first time this character casts a special skill that deals damage, an additional 50% is added to its power. It's just an insane amount of damage. So I never took the time to read everything, but this is a great hero, and I'm glad that you guys chose it with 91%. So let's start working on this hero. So with the previous one, let's see here. I already finished her up. I just have to figure out what team I'm going to put her on and decide her emblem path. So we have Astrid. So I've only used her once. I think I need to put emblems on her. I used her in probably the last 2 wars, and I didn't really get a good mileage out of her, so I have to play with her a little bit. But this is a fantastic hero that you guys chose. So let's go back here to Sobek. Okay, I am ready. Let's see here. Wait, let's make sure I don't. I love what they've done to the special skill because now you have a greater chance of it activating. So that's 20, and then we'll do that. Okay. Okay. All right, family. Well, I'm probably going to also take a pause with these polls as much as I like them. As much as I love the feedback, I want to personally I want to as odd as this sounds, I want to start working on my epic heroes and my rare heroes. To me, I find working on legendary heroes exhausting. And I already have a lot of them. The problem is most of the ones that I have are outdated. So that's the reason why I'm doing videos like this so I can start updating my roster. I want to take a break from the legendary heroes for a bit. So I'm going to work on, once I finish this costume, I'll start the epics and I'll probably work on the remaining costumes for season 1 heroes. So that way, if I do any pulls, all I have to level up are, the glass heroes I don't have, some of the tunes, and the new stylish costume. So far, I haven't received any stylish costumes yet. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until I accrue enough costume keys, and then I'll do a large pull because it doesn't make sense for me to continue to try to pull to get one of the new heroes, and all the game will give me are the 3-star heroes that I already have. And the good thing about that, though, is they've given me heroes that I didn't have the glass for. So once I finish Sobek, I'm just going to work on all my miscellaneous ones. And once I'm at a good place, I'll probably start pulling and working on the legendary heroes. And I plan to start up the polls again. All right, family, thank you for watching this video. And I really appreciate you guys supporting me. And all of those who give me words of encouragement or leave comments, watch my videos and give thumbs up, and I appreciate that. So if you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to receive more content like this, hit the bell notification. If you guys are not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would do that. That really helps me out. And it brings a smile to my face to see new subscribers. If you guys have any ideas of videos you want me to post, just let me know and I will work on that. I just have too busy of a schedule to go beyond what I've been doing. All right, family, you guys have a great time. Peace out, and I mean it. Bye.